Hello everyone, my name is Mauricio Mejia. This is the second video of our three-part series for the A&AE portal, which is the Art and Architecture ePortal. It's an online database developed by Yale University Press. If you did watch the presentation video prior to this, I do not want to bore you and we're going to probably catch up to pace. If you didn't watch it, I suggest watching the presentation first, just so you know what we're talking about and what we will be doing today. So today we're going to be doing basic search functions. We're going to be trying to figure out how to access the database from the SJSU Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Library and how to perform basic search functions using filters, subjects, categories, and a bunch of fun stuff that's available on the online portal. We're going to try to navigate searching using their set filters, and then we're going to navigate using basic search functions and terminologies and stuff like that. Okay, so beginning from our library's homepage, if you're an SJSU student like myself, we kind of have it easy. So all we have to do is log in to the library site, and then we can come here where it says Research and Learning, go to Databases, and then we can search it, but it's a lot easier for us because it's the very first database. Okay, so now we're at the home page of the database. So to see recently added ebooks, you'll see all of these right here. So these are the more recent or popular recent titles. As you can see, it's kind of a variety of stuff. If we click here to browse titles, we'll see a lot more, and then we'll see all the ebook variations and options. So I'm more interested into museum catalogs. So if I click here, we'll see 88 titles dedicated to museum catalogs. Not wasting anyone's time, just looking around. If we come up here, we can view by category. So we can search, it's kind of the same search function as we encountered earlier. We can view by authors, subject areas, or we could do an advanced search. We're going to do subject areas. Okay. Let's look at architecture and urban history. And then we'll see 62 titles. It is a very small database compared to most online databases. It's only roughly about 387 materials. So a lot of the materials tend to overlap, but a lot of these sub-disciplines or fields of studies overlap with each other. So we're going to go back to the home page. We're going to do a basic search. I'm more interested in 19th century art. And then so now we'll look at some full text things, mainly chapters from books that kind of mention the key terms I put in or the search terms. So we'll see 19th century from the sketching of nature. So the terms I put in the search bar will be highlighted, as you can see. And then we can go here and, sort by publication. There's all these publications, but I have no idea what they're about, So we can search right here with content I have access to, because since we are SJSU students, we should have full access to all the content available on here. And the results are, it shows 848, but it doesn't mean 848 materials. A lot of the times it's just filtering by chapters. What is unique about this database, instead of just only pulling full text materials, it will pull up even the chapters. So it will bring up the chapters where each key of the key terms are mentioned from various titles and materials provided. So that's why we see everything listed by chapter. But we can use this filter up here and we'll categorize it by books. You'll see our search is going to narrow down more. It's not going to be as extensive. So we went from the high 800 to 197 results. And this is on the focus of my general search term. So we'll see about 20th century. As you can see, it's not a lot of 19th, but just because one of my search terms is century, it is going to pull up other things. And you'll see a little bit more. So we can go here by author, publisher. I want to bring down my searches to maybe American literature. Okay, so we can look down a bit. 19th century, okay. American views of art and life in Spain. We'll click this. And then we can do search within the book, or as similar to a Kindle version of a book, all the chapters can be broken down. We can access the images without having to scroll the book. Okay. And then so this would kind of give us a bit more in-depth information for the book. We can view more information in relevant chapters. So it's going to bring us back to the book because this image is generated through this book. So it will let you know that some of the images are not sourced from the original. We don't need that note. But we can look at through all the images on that text without having to read the page or the book. So if you're a visual learner and you're like, hey, I want to skip all this, you can. So it makes it very user-friendly. You can see these nice, wonderful artworks. All right. And then now we're going to go back to the home page. We're going to do a general image search. If you're unsure of what you want to search for, you don't have to put in a search term. You can do this unique thing where you'll just hit enter. Let it load a bit. Alright, it's not as quick as I would imagine. I'm going to pause the video real quick until our search results appear, just to not waste everyone's time. Okay, so for some reason, there is an error where I'm trying to do the search. It works when I completely pause or turn off the recording, but unfortunately, if I turn off Snagit, I would lose progress. So I just ended up using a normal basic search. I just put in the keyword or the search term native, and then you'll see all these images that will appear throughout the course of history that revolve around the word native. Whoop. So you'll see all these fascinating native artworks, images, and stuff like that. Although some of the materials do not seem reflective of native. A lot of the times the materials include the key term native, and so if the materials will contain that word, a lot of the times the images will appear on the image search. But that is it for this super basic tutorial on how to use the A&AE portal. This is just basic searching, no advanced features really. We're gonna go back to see if this is working, and it's not. So sometimes the database has this issue. This is mainly because the image search has an extensive amount of collection in comparison to the ebooks. I believe roughly 75,000 works on the image on the images. So I will check back on that, but it is a lot more works, and just this simple key term brought up 333 results. So, yeah. All right. Thank you for watching.